Hey guys, today's going to be a video all about how to use the method of revision. I'm not going to go too much into the background and premise of this and kind of where it came from. I do believe it is a Neville Goddard technique. I think he kind of coined the term and kind of not made up, but I guess made up and created all these different techniques and methods and explained how revision actually works. Apologies if you can hear some work going on outside. Not much I can do about that. I just want to get this done, so apologies if there's some weird background noise. But yeah, let's just get back on topic. So I'm not going to go too much into talking about Neville Goddard himself. I'm going to talk more about how I apply revision, what I've learned about it, how you can kind of practically use it in your day-to-day life for anything that you don't like, and give you guys some pretty simple standard examples of things that I think happen in everyone's life that most of us can relate to. Do thumbs up and subscribe, it would mean so much to me. I really hope you guys enjoy this and find it useful. I have so many more videos about manifestation coming up that I want to do. I have a whole list of video ideas. So yeah, do stay tuned for that because I have so much more content for you guys. I also offer coaching, one-on-one help for you guys. The information about that, all the pricing and everything, is on my Instagram page linked below, LOA Coaching. And I'm now on TikTok as well. I do a lot of short form content similar to my videos on Instagram and TikTok, so you can check those out. It's all LOA Coaching. Now let's just get started. Of course, I have everything written out on my phone, so I do think I have a pretty good kind of structured chronological list of what I'd recommend you guys do for revision. Also, my personal experience has helped me pick these pieces of advice. So first I would say is decide based on the situation, the gravity of it. Again, all manifestations are the same. There's no, in terms of manifestation and quantum physics and the quantum realm and you know, just our connection to the quantum field and all of the possibilities that already exist in our reality, each manifestation is really the same. There's no significance more or less to one or the other. So I would say it's up to you if you want to decide whether you want to just revise everything about a situation in your life overall and just go really general. So it could be, for example, an SP. I think that's with people in our relationships, that's where we would apply revision the most. That has been my experience as well. So you might want to, for example, just revise your entire relationship with your ex, with your SP, whoever it is. And you might think, you know what, there's just too many things that play over in my mind that have gone wrong. And you might just want to throw a blanket affirmation over the entire relationship. Or there might have just been one really bad fight you had with them the other day and you just want to get rid of that because that caused problems. So you can absolutely go general and overall or get really specific with one situation. So yeah, there's not one I'd recommend over the other. I think I'd pick a situation if there's one specific thing. But if you feel like things have been going wrong for a long time, you've not had the positive experience you want with a person or situation, then just go general about the whole thing, about your career, about your SP. Okay, let's ignore that. Whatever the situation may be, it's up to you. Now next, you can pick which way you want to revise, because there are actually different ways you can apply revision. You know, whatever works best for you, whatever's most convenient for your day-to-day life, your lifestyle. You can revise through SATs, affirming, or just visualizing overall. So just to clarify, SATs I can do a whole video on. It's state akin to sleep, and again I believe that's a term coined by Neville Goddard, and it's literally just doing visualization, closing your eyes, and ideally before you go to sleep, as you're in your bed kind of closing your eyes getting ready to sleep, you just loop a scene of your desired outcome over and over and over. Not too long, not too detailed, but just enough to imply your wish fulfilled, you know, your end desired result. You know, let's say you want to get engaged to your SP, or actually no, I'll use a revision method. So let's say you broke up with your SP, your specific person, and you want to obviously revise that whole argument and conversation. If you want to use SATs, you can, you know, as you're going to sleep right before bed, or just as you wake up, your mind is in a really open state in both moments of the day. So you can imagine a scene of the conversation again, let's say it was over WhatsApp. You can imagine your SP saying, you know, how much they love you, how much they care about you, that they're so happy things are going so well between you, and that you're now in a really good place. And just use natural wording that applies to them. And you can imagine yourself texting back all happy and excited, and just do 3 or 4 lines of that imply the conversation went your way. Loop that over and over and over. And something that could help is, let's say it was 10th of July that this fight occurred. You can even in your mind see, just to make the revision even more powerful, like see in your mind the date on your phone. So in your little sat scene, you can add in a little visual of seeing on your phone, you know, it says 10th of July or whatever, or as your SP messages you on WhatsApp, it says 10th of July in the chat, right? Something like that. Just add in loads of details to imply that that whole conversation never happened. Even if you don't get into the details of it being a specific revision, but rather a desired outcome, it will probably still revise that issue, because, you know, if you're imagining a loving conversation with your SP and it happens, it means the bad situation was revised regardless, right? With affirmations, this is really simple. You know, I guess revision, the wording of it can be a little trickier, but it's literally the same as your general affirmations. However you affirm, you do it the same way for revision. So you can say something like, I never had a fight with my SP this week. I wasn't fired from my job last week. Whatever the situation is, you literally just revise it. You say the opposite. We say, I'm thriving in my job at X company. Me and my SP talk every day and he's so committed to me. You know, something like that. And then also scripting. Again, I can do another in-depth video about this, but it's just writing it out. So instead of in spoken form or visual form, it's written form. So you just either write it out pen and paper or type it out on your phone or laptop, and yeah, you just revise the situation that occurred or the relationship overall, and write it out basically the opposite of what happened and as you want it to be. And you can even put dates in, like I said, on July 10th my SP asked me to marry him because he loves me and he would never break up with me in a million years. You know, something like that, or you can add as many details as you want. So in terms of wording, more so for scripting and affirmations, you want to use words like always been, has always, has never. You know, you can go into past tense, like I said, because it's revision, you're talking about something that already occurred, you're changing what already occurred. You can literally just say, you know, my SP has never been rude to me, my SP has never broken up with me, my SP, you know, has, yeah, something like that. Or my SP has always been committed to me, my SP has always wanted a relationship with me. You know, whatever the case may be, you can either say that they've always been the way you want, or that they've never been the way you don't want, if that makes sense. And then you can just go into past tense, or like I said, just do it all around from past, present and future by saying has always been, has always done. Even if it's an inanimate object, or yeah, like a location, something tangible rather than a relationship, you can still use the exact same wording, the exact same methods. So you can, for example, let's say you lost your wallet in a shop, you can say, I've never lost my wallet in whatever the shop name is. Or you can always say, and then you can add in, and you know, my wallet's here exactly where it's supposed to be. Something like that. I know that's a random example, but just so to clarify to you guys, it doesn't just apply to people. It can literally be anything. It can be if your phone broke down, you can say my phone has never broken down. My phone has always worked perfectly. It can be the smallest, most random event that you want to revise. Now, in terms of how you use revision, I would recommend whichever method feels best for you to repeat it until you feel better, until you feel in a more calm and stable mindset. You know, you're not constantly thinking about or questioning what the negative event that occurred in the past. You're leaning more towards this revised version that you've created. So yeah, just making sure that you've stopped looping the negative situation over and over in your mind. You're not ruminating on it. Yeah, you just feel a lot better about the situation. You don't feel sad, or you just feel as if it never happened, basically. Mentally and emotionally, you're starting to improve and conform to that new event that you created. I would keep repeating it until you get to that point, because that would imply that your own mind and thoughts have conformed. You've started to create an assumption that that new event actually did occur. Your subconscious is accepting it, and yeah, you're not stuck in the old story of what had happened. So yeah, also if you I would say keep going for until you mentally get into that positive state, or until you see some kind of physical evidence in the 3D that implies it's done, you know, like your SP reaches out to you, or your manager, your old job contacts you and something like that, or I don't know, you like just seeing something in the 3D basically that implies that that negative situation has started to change. There's some kind of signs or subtle signs or a little bit of positive movement happening. Keep revising until you get to that point. And overall, it is really important to just have trust in the situation, trust in the way the whole situation will unfold, because manifestation is perfect. The form and act and concept of manifestation will be perfect. You cannot control it. You should not be trying to force how it happens. So don't overthink in your mind, you know, how is this going to happen? But, you know, there's this logical reason why it can't happen. Like, why would my SP say he hates me one day and then the next day propose to me? Like, don't apply logic or ration to it, because that's got nothing to do with revision. You're literally, it's like magic. You're changing something that happened physically in your reality. There's no logic to it. So you're just going to have to trust and accept that it will unfold. It will happen. If you persist in that new story and that new thought process, it will have to change. The past will simply change in whatever ways it has to. You'll get the proof, you'll get the confirmation through personal, you know, 3D experiences in your life at some point, but you just need to trust in its unfolding. So overall, I'd recommend that you, for a time frame, maybe I'd say a week of everyday looping, whether it's visualizing, sats, or affirmations. I just recommend looping it as much as you can every day for about a week. And then I think after that, your mind will have calmed down and stopped thinking about that situation, and your subconscious will have started to accept that new experience. And if it's something really small, like you had a small argument with a friend or your SP, but nothing bad, you know, there's no major bad significant results, I would even say just a day of revision would work, and then just move on and kind of go back to your normal affirming routine. But I'd say, generally speaking, for revision, about a week should do it. Or you can just keep going until, if you have really ingrained negative assumptions and beliefs about whatever you're revising, like a long-term relationship breaking down, just keep affirming, keep revising until you feel better, until you see change in your 3D. So yeah, I'd say it's important to just keep going until something within you, like mentally and emotionally, or externally in your 3D reality changes. I would say just keep going until you get to that point, or just your own intuition will tell you, like, no, I feel like it's time, I feel like I've saturated my mind, you know, I've done it, I've revised it, I trust in it, I know it's happened, I know the process is complete and the revision is taking place right now. If you get to that point, that's fantastic. You can stop, you know, your revision process and everything. But yeah, hopefully all of this made sense to you guys, gave you some more clarity on what revision really is, what it means, how it can work. And if you have any further questions, nothing personal, because that's what my coaching is for, but if you have any general questions about revision itself, or you'd like me to clarify something I said in the video, please leave a comment below. Do thumbs up and subscribe, and I'll see you next time. Bye!